Veterinary Medicine Digital.
If the owner has a puppy that's being house trained, is doing pretty good on staying dry when it's crated, but consistently defecates in the crate, there are a number of things you should consider before giving some advice. First of all, is the pet being kept in the crate for too long a period of time? Maybe it just can't hold it for the duration of time in the age of the pet. Secondly, does the pet have a medical problem? If the pet has diarrhea or if it has a colitis, then it's going to have increased frequency of elimination, and it's not going to be able to hold it when it's confined in a crate and the owner's out. A third consideration is when the puppy's fed. If the puppy's fed too close to confinement period, then it may have to eliminate when the owner's gone and defecate in the cage. And then the fourth consideration would be whether or not the pet's eliminated before confined. And it's not satisfactory to just put the puppy outside before the owner leaves, but somebody should go outside and watch the puppy and ensure that it actually defecates before it's confined. So the recommendations for treating this problem might include coming home during lunch so the pet doesn't have to stay in the confinement area too long. It might involve changing the feeding time so the pup has more time to digest the food and eliminate before it's confined. It may involve taking care of medical problems, and it may involve consulting with the owner to watch the puppy a little more closely and ensure that it eliminates before it's confined. Now, in spite of all this, we still may have a puppy that occasionally will defecate inside the crate when it's confined. And if for some reason it can't control it, maybe somebody can't come home during lunch, then we've got to go to a larger confinement area. And I would recommend suggesting that the puppy's confined in an exercise pen, about a 4x4 or 4x6 foot area, or a small room. And I would cover the whole surface of the floor with paper. So that way, if the puppy has to eliminate, we can't get around it during the initial part of the training, at least it can eliminate on one side of the confinement area and go over to the other side of the area for play or to sleep. Now, the time a pet's confined to a crate is really important. I think for the puppy that's confined every day when the family's at work or at school, we shouldn't confine for more than a maximum of 4 to 5 hours. So that means if we have family that's out all the time, we're going to have to go to a larger area. And for most families these days, we're recommending X pens or small rooms for confinement because I think 8 hours in a crate is just way too long.